Hi all, good morning everybody. Here we are starting our SS class. In our last class, which we discussed already, the world of diversities, the chapter, the world of diversities. And we know that which are the area we are learning in this chapter. As we discussed in the previous class, the different types of or the varieties of the climatical region which we are discussing in this chapter majorly, and the various or different flora and fauna we are discussing here, as we know or as we completed in the or as we discussed in the last episode. Okay, and see that in our previous class we already learned about the equatorial climatical region. Okay, the first climatical region in the heading, the world of diversities, which we learned already, it is the equatorial climatical region. And the specialities of the equatorial climatical region, something we already learned. As an example, evergreen forests, which we already completed in the last session. And the different flora and fauna are seen in this equatorial climatical region. This also we already learned in the previous class. And now we are moving to another climatical region and its specialities, the flora and fauna which we are seen in this climatical region. All these are the subject matter of the dry sandy stretches. Once again I am repeating the chapter which we discussed in the last classes. It is the world of diversities. In this chapter, we are learning about the different climatical regions and the specialities of each of the climatical region. The first one, the climatical region which we already discussed, it is the equatorial climatical region. This we already completed. And the second one today we are discussing here, it is dry sandy stretches. Sometime this term or this name little bit not familiar with you. Okay, it is not familiar with you sometime. But if I am using another word to describe or to understand about this climatical region, it is very familiar to you. It is nothing else. It is the desert lands or desert areas. It means dry sandy stretches means the deserts. Okay, I hope now you understood what is the meaning or the what it is called by the dry sandy stretches. Nothing else, it is the desert or desert regions. So now we are learning in this class the specialities of the dry sandy stretches or the desert regions. As we know, deserts are one of the most particular or one of the different characterized region by the climate and the temperature, as we know. Okay, and what are the specialities of the dry sandy stretches or the what it is called deserts? We can have a look into that. Okay, as the name indicates, this area always it is a dry land. Dry land, we know that the presence of water is very low. Okay, as we know. And sandy stretches. Sandy means it is always or most of the area it is covered with the sand, and the availability of water is very low. This is the major speciality of the dry sandy stretches or the deserts. So before we are moving to the fauna and flora of the dry sandy stretches or desert lands, first thing we are learning about the major desert lands in the world or in the globe, and in which continent those major deserts are located, which we are learning here now. Okay, so as you seen in the blackboard, you can see that as I written here, hot deserts. These are the major hot deserts in the world. Okay, see that, and the continents. In which continent each of these hot deserts are located. This we are learning now. See that. First one, Sahara. Already you heard about the Sahara Desert. It is the largest desert in the world. So Sahara Desert is located at African continent. It is in the African continent or Africa. Okay. And next one is Kalahari. Next one is the world, one of the most famous desert. Its name is Kalahari. And one more thing, you listen. I hope you have textbook. If you have textbook, in the textbook itself you can see there is a column hot deserts and continents. You may fill it. So looking to this, you can easily fill. Okay, Kalahari. It is there in the African continent. It means these two first deserts are located in the African continent. Okay, and the second one is, or third one is Arabian Desert. Arabian Desert and the Thar Desert, both of these deserts are located in Asian continent as we know. Okay, and see, next one is Atacama. Atacama, it is there in the South American continent. And the next one is Mojave, it is in North America. And the last one is Great Australian Desert. It is there located in Australia, Australian continent. So these are the major deserts in the world, and the continent those deserts are located. So you can easily understand about this. Okay. And next area we are moving to learn about the specialities of the desert region. Okay. And the different fauna and flora which we are seen in the deserts. Okay. Here again we are discussing about the specialities of the sandy stretch dry land or dry sandy stretches or in the desert region. What are the specialities of the people who are living in the deserts? All are the examples for the world's largest deserts. Okay, as we discuss it. Okay, the major livelihoods of the people. It means the major occupation or the livelihoods of the people in the desert land. It is hunting and cattle rearing. Hunting and cattle rearing, as we know. Hunting, all of you know about the hunting. And the cattle rearing, it means in other words, we can say that domestication of animals. Okay, they are doing the occupation like this. Especially, these are the occupations of the aboriginal tribes. Aboriginal tribes എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇവിടെ നമ്മൾ ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കൂടുതൽ മനസ്സിലാകാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് ആദിവാസി ഗോത്ര സമൂഹങ്ങളെ പോലുള്ളവർ ഈ സാൻഡി സ്ട്രെച്ചസ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഡെസേർട്ടിലൊക്കെയുള്ള വളരെ പഴക്കം ചെന്ന ആദിമ ഗോത്ര നിവാസികളുടെ പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട ജീവിതോപാധികളായിരുന്നു എന്തൊക്കെ? ഹണ്ടിങ്, കാറ്റിൽ റിയറിംഗ്, എക്സെട്ര. And their diets, it means their food habits, which are the food they are having. Okay, let's see. The meat, milk, millets, dates, etc. are the major form of the diet in this region. Okay, especially it was for the aboriginal tribes, as I told you. Hope it is clear now. We told now two things: the livelihoods of the aboriginal tribes in the desert lands, it is hunting and cattle rearing, and their food habit or major food items, meat, milk, millets and dates, etc. were the major food items of the tribes living here. Okay, and see, next part is the climatical specialities or the features of this area. Okay, what are the climatical features? Which kind of climate is experienced here? How is the day and night temperature? How is the temperature during the winter and during the summer? Etc. are the part of the climatical specialities. Okay, let's see that the day temperature is high. The specialities of the desert land, climatical specialities of the desert land or dry sandy stretches are there. 1, 2, 3 and 4. See here, the first one is day temperature is high. It means during the daytime the atmospheric temperature is very high. Okay, and during the night, nights are cool here. It means you may please understand that during the daytime the atmospheric temperature is very high, but while it is turning to the night, the temperature will be drastically going down. It is very low during the night time. So third one is summers are very hot. During the summers, the atmospheric temperature is very high, sometime beyond our expectation or our imagination. Sometime it is 49 degree, 50 degree, like that, the air temperature during the summers it is very high. But during the winter time, the atmospheric temperature is going drastically down. Okay, it is very low. It means sometime it is going to 2 degree, 3 degree, 0 degree, like that. So you may please understand the differences in temperature during the summers and during the winter. During the summers it is rising up till sometime 49, 50 degree. But during the winter it is going down 0 degree, 1 degree, 2 degree. You cannot imagine what will be the climatical speciality of the area where the atmospheric temperature is 2 degree, 3 degree. It is very cold, very, very cold. Okay, these are the climatical specialities of the area desert lands or the dry sandy stretches. It is clear. Okay, and next one is, here we are discussing about the flora and fauna. Flora and fauna we are discussing here. Flora means we know that the plants and the vegetation types are seen in the different climatical region. Those we are calling generally flora. And fauna. Fauna means the animals. Those generally called as the fauna. Okay, see, first thing, cacti and acacia are the common vegetation types or the flora commonly seen in the desert land. Cacti and acacia. Okay, cacti എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ നമ്മൾ പറയാറുള്ള കള്ളിച്ചെടി തന്നെയാണ് cacti എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. It doesn't have any branches, as you know. ഇതിന് വേറെ ശിഖരങ്ങളൊന്നും ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കുകയില്ല cacti. Okay, അതേപോലെ acacia. These two are the two types of common vegetations are seen in the desert lands. Okay, and camels, donkeys, horses, foxes, snake, scorpions, lizards, etc. are the major part of fauna seen in the desert lands. This all about the desert or dry sandy stretches. The climatical features, okay, the major livelihood of the people, flora and fauna, and the major deserts in the world, and in which continent those deserts are located. And in the globe, most of the desert lands are situated the latitudes between 20 and 30 degree. If you are looking to the globe, the location of the desert lands are commonly seen in the 20 degree and between 20 degree and 30 degree latitudes. Okay, see here you can see, if I am saying between 20 degree and 30 degree latitudes, see here it is the equator. 0 degree latitude is commonly known as the equator, as you know, or as we learned in the previous classes. From here it is to here, this area, it is called as the northern hemisphere, and from 0 degree to the 90 degree south pole, it is called as the southern hemisphere, as we discussed in the previous class. Okay, and see, from 0 degree to here 5, 10, 15, 20, like that till 90 degree. So between this 20 degree and 30 degree, the location of the desert lands in both hemispheres, northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere, 20 degree and 30 degree. So this is the area of the desert lands are located in the world, and where the permanent settlements of the people in the desert lands. If you are looking to our state, Kerala, you can see all over the parts the people are made their settlements. Why it is? Our climatical condition is always allowing us to do the settlements anywhere. But in the desert land, the permanent settlements are there only where the water is available. Suppose it is a very vast land area, okay, but in this very vast and extended land area, some of the places only they have the water resources, and around these water resources they are making their settlements. There only they are making their homes and other institutions, and all the other lands are empty lands. Vast and extensive area is seen as empty lands, okay. And it is saying that oases are the places where water is available in hot deserts. Oasis, the meaning of the term oasis, it means the water is available in the deserts lands. So wherever the oasis or the water bodies are there, there only they are making their settlements, okay. And one example, the Nile River basin in Africa. We know that the river Nile, we already learned. The Nile River basin in Africa, an example for regions with permanent settlement in hot deserts. അപ്പോൾ ഹോട്ട് ഡെസേർട്ടിലുള്ള പെർമനന്റ് സെറ്റിൽമെന്റിന് ഏറ്റവും നല്ലൊരു എക്സാമ്പിൾ ആണ് എന്തെന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ദ നൈൽ റിവർ ബേസിൻ ഇൻ ആഫ്രിക്ക. സോ ഓൾ ദിസ് ആർ അബൌട്ട് ദ ഹോട്ട് ഡെസേർട്സ് റീജിയൻ ഓർ ദ dry sandy stretches, okay. And you can see that Saudi Arabia is an example for the hot desert land, okay. Most of the hot deserts are rich in mineral deposits. Most of these hot deserts are very rich source of the mineral deposits. Mineral deposits means which we are taking from the deep area of the earth. We are doing the excavation or we are mining and we are getting from many valuable things from the earth's from the deep area of the earth. So all these, most of the what is called hot dry lands or the deserts are the sources of rich mineral resources. The mining of these minerals led to the development of these regions. It means as we know that the number one or the major oil producing countries in the world, it is the Arab countries. What is the climatical speciality of the Arab countries? The hot desert, and there they are getting the petroleum products, okay. As an example we can say that this development attracted people from other parts of the world. As we know, from our area itself many more lakhs of people are migrating to Arab region. Why the people of the Kerala or India or different parts of the world are moving to the Arab area, Arab region? It means they have the rich source of petroleum products and they are mining or exploiting these products and they are getting more money and we are attracting to there. This is why we are moving to those places. All the major cities in the desert regions of the world have evolved in this manner. The cities of the Arabian countries are of this kind. As you know, it is the petroleum deposits which has contributed to the development of these cities. These cities means Arabian cities, where the speciality, you know that, or please understand that one of the area it will be developed many more, okay, and the people are living that particular area. As an example, one of the city in Arabia or Middle East, and after you passing the border of the main city, many more area you cannot see any homes until you reach the next city. Like these cities are developed and these countries are very wealthy countries because they have the rich source of natural resources, okay. Till here only about the dry sandy stretches. Now we completed the second climatical region. As I told you in the beginning, The first one, it was the equatorial climatic region, and the second one, now we learned already dry sandy stretches, and our class till here only. Next area we will discuss in the next class, and thank you. Thanks for watching.